Okay, wanted to make a quick video. It's a lot easier than typing out a paragraph or two, and a lot faster. So anyway, reason I'm making this video is Mr. Potato Head is fine. Please stop worrying about Mr. Potato Head. Dr. Seuss is also fine. Stop worrying. Nobody is erasing history. Nobody is canceling your childhood. As you can see, I'm making this video because it's a little silly what's going on right now on social media and on the news and in media in general. First, I'll address the whole Mr. Potato Head thing. For some reason, during the CPAC convention, or whatever you call that meeting they had, you saw a number of politicians or political types talking about Mr. Potato Head, use gender neutral. Look, there's a whole group of people in our society, specifically the United States, it seems, although it probably happens all over the world. There's a certain group of people that they will take a very small grain of truth, and then they will build this whole fictional sandcastle around it. And in this case, the grain of truth was that Hasbro decided to change the brand name from Mr. Potato Head to Potato Head. They were removing the Mr. from the brand. Now, why would they do this? Well, Mr. Potato Head, the brand, encompasses a number of characters. Mr. Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head. They've got babies, and it's like a whole family now. It's not just Mr. Potato Head. But Mr. Potato Head is still being sold as Mr. Potato Head, and if you look on the package, it still says Mr. Potato Head, and it still says Mrs. Potato Head. But the brand is called Potato Head for all of the characters. Somehow somebody got a hold of this and thought that that meant that Mr. Potato Head was no longer allowed to be a Mr., and he had, therefore he's got no gender, so therefore he's gender neutral. Oh, gender neutral, be scared. No, that's not true. That's just stupid. That's not what's happening. In regards to the Dr. Seuss thing, the publisher said, hey, we're not going to make 6 books. We're no longer going to print these 6 books because the content in the books is controversial. Some people consider it racist, depictions of minorities, or maybe the content of the story itself is racist. I don't know all the full details, but I have seen some of the photographs online of Chinese people, and yeah, there's no question that at the very least they're outdated. So anyway, the publisher says, I'm not going to print these 6 books anymore because we want as many people buying our books. They're doing it to make money. They want to make as many people happy as possible. And clearly people that were saying, hey, we're not going to buy Dr. Seuss books, were having an impact. And the publisher wants to do what's right for their business. You get on Facebook now or any social media, and you see a lot of complaints about this is canceling Dr. Seuss or banning Dr. Seuss. Nobody's been banned. I mean, I don't even know who they're saying did the banning. I mean, did the government say you can't make these books? No. I mean, even if a school system said we're no longer going to buy these books, that's still not a ban. It's just a word that people like to use when they want to make people feel scared or be afraid. They're banning Dr. Seuss. No, Dr. Seuss is not banned, but 6 books will no longer be printed. Hey, if you own these books, maybe they'll be worth some money because now you might have a collectible. Okay, so look at it that way. Yeah, there's always a bright side, silver lining to every cloud, I guess. But I've seen a number of memes online comparing the song WAP, and I won't say what it is because I'm going to upload this to YouTube, and so I don't want to use language that I would normally use. But anyway, people saying, "Oh my God, we live in a society where WAP is acceptable, but Dr. Seuss is not." That's not even the same thing. Why are you comparing WAP to children's books? I mean, one is not intended for children and the other is. It's just, it's a, I forget the term, false comparison, false equivalence. I forget the term, but basically, again, that's just stupid. That's just people. That'd be like me saying, "Oh my God, we live in a society where Pornhub is acceptable, but Aunt Jemima isn't." It's not even the same thing. Totally different thing. Aunt Jemima, they used an old stereotypical depiction of a character, and they went with it for as long as they could, and now they stopped using the picture. Ooh, big deal. We're not erasing your childhood. All your good memories of pancakes are still intact. What's happening is you have people who are realizing how much of our society is based on older stereotypical portrayals. Everything from Aunt Jemima to the Washington Redskins, the pictures in the Dr. Seuss books, all of these little things that we just kind of overlooked, that we just kind of, it didn't really, for most people, it doesn't really bother them to the point that they're angered. But nowadays, you look at stuff like that, and there are so many more minorities in this country and in positions of authority, governors and the vice president and so on, that when you see these portrayals from 40, 50 years ago, you kind of think, man, that's, that might have been okay 50 years ago, but nowadays, are we more sensitive to it? Yes. I wouldn't say sensitive in a negative way. I would say we're more aware of it. And so all these people who are aware of it may disagree with the other people who think there's nothing wrong. Okay, fine. That's a difference of opinion. We all have our freedom of speech and our freedom to have our own opinions on that. But the group who thinks that there's a problem, they're clearly saying, hey, we're not going to purchase this product anymore, or we think you should change the label, the picture, the name, whatever. And the business is making the choice to make those changes. That's the free market. That's the free market. I thought all these people that are complaining about snowflakes supposedly support the free market. But that is the free market. These businesses are making changes so they can make more money. That's all it boils down to. Have a good day.